In the world of software development, there have been many processes meant to help businesses be as efficient as possible. The waterfall model was a long-time favorite process, but I'm here to tell you that maybe it's time for a change to something a bit more agile. Hey project managers, I'm Meredith, and in today's video, we're going to be covering software development, particularly the two most practiced models, waterfall and agile. But where do these two processes originate? Let's start with waterfall. The waterfall model was first developed for manufacturing and construction industries. It was not until 1970 when it was first formally introduced as a method for software development. The waterfall process has exactly 6 steps, with the mindset being one can only move on to the next step once the current step is completed, reviewed, and approved. 1. Requirement analysis. 2. System design. 3. Implementation. 4. System testing. 5. System development. And 6. Maintenance. So that's waterfall, but what about agile? The Agile Method was formally introduced in 2001 with the Agile Manifesto created by 17 technologists. They argued that a team-based approach that emphasizes rapid deployment of a functional app and a focus on customer satisfaction is the best method for software development. Based on that, the group posed the following 4 values. 1. Individuals and interactions over processes and tools. 2. Working software over comprehensive documentation. 3. Customer collaboration over contract negotiation. And 4. Responding to change over following the plan. So waterfall and agile have 2 very different methods in order to achieve success. But is one better than the other? Let's find out. Also, if you have any experience using either method, be sure to tell me about it in the comment section below. First, let's review waterfall. I mean, it's been around for more than 50 years, so there are of course plenty of benefits to using it. Probably the most important part is the ability to clearly track a detailed schedule. This allows project managers to immediately respond to impacts on dependencies and costs, which gives them better insight into performance. Along with that, managers can fully discover and align teams toward a better design model, and have the ability to clearly agree on the scope of projects and deliverables. Plus, there's a lot less ambiguity in terms of managing development efforts. So it's safe to say that there are plenty of benefits that would be near and dear to a veteran project manager's heart. However, there's always 2 sides to every coin. There have been a few reported disadvantages with the waterfall model too. The main cons being extended time in the planning phase, a focus on often lengthy and perfected deliverables, and excessive timelines for implementation of software. That doesn't even include the challenges in system testing. Because of the model's flow, system testing doesn't occur until toward the end of the cycle. By then, there are less opportunities to get stakeholder input and changes until after initial requirements are gathered, and this could be costly to the deployment of the software. Next up is agile. Though it hasn't been around for as long as waterfall, agile has steadily gained popularity in recent years. According to the 15th Annual State of Agile report, more than 94% of respondents noted that their organizations are practicing agile instead of other methods. But what are the advantages and disadvantages for switching to the agile model? Let's talk about the cons first. The biggest one being misconception. A majority of businesses still believe that software devs mainly use the waterfall method, and that confusion can cause major frustrations when it comes to predicting outcomes. Another disadvantage to this method is that it's not a one-fit-all solution. Creating an agile team is different than leading a purely agile project. Also, not every project can be incrementally delivered to provide immediate benefits. But looking beyond the cons, there are quite a few pros. Everything can be managed with time-boxed phases called sprints, which are usually about 2 weeks long. By using sprints, managers can offer constant feedback and initiate constant deployment of changes. Agile is also less dependent on organizational guardrails. This allows devs to develop and apply actions immediately depending on the situation. And lastly, Agile is extremely flexible. A project can be either fully agile or a hybrid of other approaches, which allows projects to be as efficient as possible. So if certain projects just don't work best being just agile, then a team can easily incorporate waterfall steps when initially building out the core framework. After reviewing both methods, I personally like Agile, mainly because it's easily adaptable to every type of project and less restrictive than the waterfall model. However, it all depends on the type of software project that you're building, and sometimes Waterfall might be the better option. Whichever you prefer, there are plenty of tools out there that can support you and your team when building new projects, such as Monday.com, Wrike, ClickUp, and more. You can learn more about these softwares by watching my other videos. And if you want to read more about Agile and Waterfall, be sure to click the link in the description to read more about it at project-management.com. Also, don't forget to hit the like icon and click the subscribe button if you want to keep up with the latest software reviews. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!